to the channel, guys. Today this ride was supposed to be about my new ELKA shocks. I had just gotten some stage 3 ELKA shocks, ELKA Legacy stage 3 shocks. Put them on. Never had aftermarket shocks before in my life, but I've previously owned a Yamaha Warrior TRX, a Honda TRX 450, and this current Raptor. This is the first ATV I've actually had aftermarket shocks on, and I absolutely love them. The difference is amazing. Normally when I ride this park, I don't go this fast in this part. Well, sometimes I do. It just depends on how the rains have created, puddles and ruts. But I could hit some good speeds with those shocks, and I could instantly tell the difference. Now, this ride also became the absolute worst riding day ever for me, and we're going to talk about that as we keep going. But anyway, this is also the first time I've ridden with my buddy of mine who we used to ride back 20 years ago, and this is the first chance we've gotten to ride together, and it turned out to be a bad day for both of us. So I'm at the Cape Fear MX Park, and you see me right now. I'm on the track part, and I am currently on my way to take my buddy some tools because we immediately had problems from the jump. Just ATV problems. Now, keep in mind, I just got mine back from my mechanic not too long ago. He had just gotten his back from the same mechanic not too long ago. But here we are fixing stuff. I had to go get tools. And let me tell you something else. The mosquitoes were atrocious. I'm talking about bird-sized mosquitoes. Now, that was a precursor. Now, here we are right here. We're starting off actually the good part of the ride. Now we're actually moving. We got everything fixed. He had a problem where his battery died, and I had to jump start him, and also his DynoJet power commander was somehow got unplugged, so we couldn't figure it out. But we finally got that straightened out, and now we are actually riding a bit. So here we go. Now, one thing I'll say, this guy right here, he's my best friend. We've been friends since high school. We're both 45 now, but we've been best friends since 9th grade. He actually taught me how to ride. He got me into riding ATVs in my 20s. He's ridden since he was a kid, but not me. So he got me into it. He's the reason I'm spending all this money. But anyway, we are riding, and we both have Raptors. He has his built. I think he has, I forgot. He has some head work done to his, and he's using race gas. And let me tell you, I wanted him to go ahead of me. He's never been to this park, and this dude can ride. But I wanted him to go ahead of me because I wanted to smell the race gas. I used to use race gas in my TRX 450, and I missed the smell. I'm going back to it eventually, but it's expensive, but I love the way the exhaust smells. Now, like I said, I put him in front because, he knows how to ride, but he's never been here. And so we're kind of taking it easy going through these trails. And it's still muddy because the rain was crazy. We've gotten a lot of rain over the past couple of weeks, and this place, I don't think this place was even passable, this part, as little as 2 weeks ago. I brought my son out here a little while ago, and we had to find other ways around stuff. So we are here scooting, and I'm gonna just let you enjoy the sound of his exhaust because, yeah, sounds good. Now keep in mind about right here, while I'm riding, even though I can hear his exhaust, I'm also listening to mine. Now, I don't really know, because I hadn't ridden in so long, and I'm still not used to this Raptor. It had always sounded a little off to me, but like I said, I've taken it in to get it fixed, serviced and everything, had the valves adjusted, and I had got no feedback as far as something being wrong. But for some reason, it just didn't sound right. It sounded like there was metal, like kind of pinging sounds. And I never had a Raptor, so I'm just thinking, hey, this is the way mine sounds. Like I said, I don't know these things, but here we are scooting and getting it down the muddy trails and avoiding water. I know some of you guys just like to go straight through it. Not me. I try to avoid it as much as possible if I can, but hey, see, I got stuck right here. But I'm not shy. I don't care. I'll get muddy. I just don't prefer it. I'd rather not get muddy early I'd rather get muddy towards the end of the ride. But here we are, scooting on these rapids. And I tell you, it was a great day for riding. Like, the temperature was perfect. The one problem is with the sitting water, the mosquitoes. Like, we had to keep moving. We were running. We were trying to ride away from the mosquitoes. Every time we stop, and I'm talking about, you see all this sitting water, like, it's so much water just staying around. As soon as you stop, the mosquitoes would land on you like they were birds, just like you were an airport. It was crazy. The mosquitoes were so bad. I think I got like encephalitis now or something, or now virus, and they were huge. It was those big black and yellow tiger mosquitoes. I think that's what they call them. They were so bad. But nevertheless, we scoot on. We just slide through these trails, and I'm telling you, I was hoping for the best as far as these ELKA shocks go, and they perform like a champ. I love them so much. And we also made it to a part of this park where I haven't ridden this part before. We get down to the bridge, and we ride down this way. I didn't know we could go down here, so this was cool. And we make it down here to the bridge. Under the bridge, I didn't know you could go down here, but this is new territory for me. But this was cool. We stopped here and took a little hand break. His hands were getting tired because he hadn't ridden in a while, so we stopped to get a little break, and this was cool. So now we got a new area. I'm learning this part because I'm just following him, because I don't go to like the closed off trails if I'm by myself. I won't do that, because if something happens to me, who's going to find me? But when you're riding with somebody, you can go to new places, because if something happens, they can save you, which you will see. It was a good thing somebody was with me. It was a good thing. Luckily, it was a good thing. Like I said earlier, this ended up being the worst riding day of my life. And if you're still watching at this point, you guys who have ridden for years and know what these things sound like, tell me if my ATV sounds weird. I always thought it sounded weird when I heard it back on camera, but it's not that bad when I'm on it, because I can't hear it. All I hear is the exhaust when I'm actually on it. But here we are in these trails, we getting dirty, and we had to stop and turn around and back up, and here we go, backing up again. We back up this time to go around, and trailing it. We just out here trying to figure out where we're going. Getting eaten by mosquitoes. We probably lost weight because of all the blood that we lost from getting bit by mosquitoes. But we make it back out to the bridge area. This little straightaway right here was cool. It was just a nice little scenic thing, and he takes off. And I'm telling you, I keep saying it. The smell of 110 is, it's intoxicating. one thing I do want to do is I want to move this Trail Tech vapor speedometer and temperature gauge and everything. I want to move to the other side because I don't see it. Like for some reason, even though it's in clear sight of the camera, I never look at it. And I want it in view to where I'm actually looking at it because I don't know. That's just what I'm supposed to do. But here we are on Smoke Trails, getting on those tight trails and everything. We had to turn around there to right here. We were trying to go as fast as possible without slowing down because of the mosquitoes. Right here we get into a little bit of we still know where we are going. We still don't know. We ain't got a clue, but we still riding because all these trails lead to somewhere else, right? So we keep riding the trails, and then I think we get to a point where we have to stop. There we go, doing little fishtails and everything. But if I'm not mistaken, I think we get to a point where we have to stop. It should be coming up in a little bit. Like, just look at all that water that we just passed. That water wasn't there. I mean, it's on the river, but that water wasn't there. Like, it's rained so much, but it's also not raining in the past week, and that water is still there. That's just a testament of how much rain has been happening. It's been bad. But we're down on the trails. We get into some tight spots now to where, we of course, we don't know where we're going. I'm just following him, even though he's never been here. But he's the more seasoned rider, so if he can get through something, I figure I can too. And right here, I think is where we had to make a business decision. He goes through it, and his tires almost bald. I got brand new tires basically, but he goes and he gets stuck. Kaboom! And we got to get out of this. Here I am with my arthritis and bad knees trying to push this thing. It's a 350-pound machine. Oh, she looks so pretty. But listen to her. And we're off again. I take the lead this time because it doesn't matter if you both don't know where you're going. It doesn't matter who leads. So I'm back in front, and we're off again. Going to the trail, just skippity boo bop ba da bop. I think there were several times you might have heard me whistle if I didn't talk over it. But yeah, the one thing I will say about this particular park is pretty cool because even though it's not well directed as far as lanes, and there's not everything is two-way pretty much. There's a part where you can only go one way. You're only supposed to go one way, but it's not very busy. I've been here probably 5 times, I think, and there probably wasn't more than 10 vehicles out there, with people riding. So there's not a lot of traffic when I go. I also go early in the morning as soon as they open because that's how I like it. Because as soon as people start coming, that's when I leave. But here I am zipping through the trails. Ooh, look at me rip him. Ooh, dodge the mud. Ooh, mud got me. So we finally get back to the part where there's wide open space, and we are now passing the track again because my buddy, he didn't get to ride it, and since I got those new shocks, that's all that I could have stayed there all day. I needed to see what they were like, so here I am. And there's a guy with the YZ450, and that thing sounded so good. But here I am, back on this, back on their little MX track. and I try to jump. I'm still nervous, but anyway, I get some air on a couple of them. Here we go. You're on the track now. Zipping through the track. This is the jump I like right here, but I kind of wimped out. I'm still scared. I also have bad knees. But that's what the shocks were for, but trust me. After I get my ATV back, because there's going to be some bad news to come later, I'm going to put these ELKA shocks to the test. And here I go again, just trying to hit some jumps and stuff, test out these shocks. Because I know what they felt like, and I really love them. It's so smooth now. It lands so smooth, and gosh, it's not jarring to my wrist or my hands and everything. It feels so good. But the one bad thing I will say about this track is there's no signs for directions. The good thing is they don't allow utility ATVs. It's just dirt bikes and sport quads. But there's no signs, so you don't know. You can run into somebody, so you got to be careful. That's the main thing, is being careful. But I get off of that and I go behind it, and we start hitting some more trails. And here we go. Actually, this group you just saw pass right there, I almost hit them on the track earlier. And y'all, I'm just sitting here minding my business, going down the trails, being all happy and comfortable. And all of a sudden, a snake, now you probably couldn't see it, a snake slithers across, scares the mess out of me. I'm a country boy, but I ain't that country. All right, so we stopped to take another little break. Don't know why we did that, because immediately, as soon as we stopped moving, the mosquitoes came in and tried to take us into the woods and try to kill us. They literally tried to murder us. The mosquitoes did. The mosquitoes, understand me when I'm talking. The mosquitoes tried to murder us both. So guess what we do? We get back and start hitting the trail again, because the mosquitoes. So we get moving again. We're making our way downtown, walking fast, racing fast, and I'm homebound. Diddly diddly doo, diddly diddly doo. Oh, look, mud. And so we are trying to pretty much find our way back at this point. Like everything leads to the way back. So we're done. We're ready to go home. Mosquitoes have drained the life force out of us, so we're heading back. Here we go, just slicing through the mud and stuff. Not slicing, but trudging through the mud, and yeah, on our way back. All right, so we get on the main strip to head back, and it wasn't a good day, but it's about to get worse. It is about to get worse. This guy, he tried to help us out earlier. He was cool. He had someone riding with him. But like I said, if you look, listen for this right here. I don't know what just happened. Oh, you leaked oil. Fuck, man. And that's how the day ended. Thanks for watching.